In this video, I will show you the top 10 best tourist attractions in Budapest, Hungary. Don't forget to subscribe our channel for more entertaining and informative videos. Today, I will bring you to one of the most visited cities in Europe, Budapest, Hungary. Budapest is the capital city of Hungary that consists of the hill and the flat part. The flat part of the city is being called Pest and the hill part is being named as Buda. Budapest is also known as the Queen of the Danube. The two were formerly separated and were united in 1873 and became Budapest. Buda and Pest are geographically divided by the Danube River. Tourists can enjoy the beautiful historical structures and green hills in Buda and the restaurants and shopping centers in Pest. Here's a look of our top 10 best tourist attractions in Budapest, Hungary. Number 10. Széchenyi Lánchíd, also known as Chain Bridge. The iconic Chain Bridge is one of the most interesting tourist attractions in Budapest. This bridge connects the Clark Adam Square in Buda and Széchenyi Square on the Pest side, crossing the Danube River. You can merely walk across, which is the best way to take photos of the World Heritage protected sites and the impressive views of the surroundings. The bridge measures 375 meters long and 16 meters wide. The bridge was designed by an English engineer William Tierney Clark and built by Scottish engineer Adam Clark on 1840. It was opened on 1849. The lines of each abutment were sculptured by a stone by Janusz Masarko and it was placed on 1852. Number 9. The Museum of Fine Arts. The Museum of Fine Arts is located in Budapest at the Hero Square facing the Palace of Art. The museum was built between 1900 to 1906. It was built by Albert Schickendanz and Philip Herzog in an eclectic neoclassical style. The museum houses more than 100,000 pieces of collections that includes the Hungarian and international items. The collection is divided into 6 departments such as Egyptian, antique, old sculptures, galleries, modern collections, and graphic collections. The antique department includes the ancient Greece and Rome collections. The museum is also containing the works of the world-renowned Leonardo da Vinci and Rembrandt. The old collection of the sculptures comprises from the Middle Ages to 17th century collections. Number 8. Hero Square. The Hero Square is one of the significant landmarks in Budapest featuring the 7 chieftains of the Magyars. The square is situated at the outbound end of Andrassy Avenue next to City Park. The sculptures inside the square were created by Zala George from Lidava. The historic burial of Imre Nagy, a Hungarian communist politician who served as Prime Minister and Chairman of the Council of Ministers from 1953 to 1955 of the Hungarian People's Republic, was held inside the square on June 16, 1989, gathered 250,000 crowds. He was executed on 1958. Number 7. Széchenyi Thermal Bath. While on vacation, enjoy one of the biggest and the renowned thermal medicinal baths in Europe located in Budapest. The Széchenyi thermal bath was built in 1913. The components of the thermal bath water consist of sulfate, calcium, magnesium, bicarbonate, and a significant amount of metaboric acid and fluoride. The Széchenyi thermal bath has been existing for more than 100 years. It was discovered in 1880s. Number 6. Hungarian State Opera House. The construction of the Hungarian Opera House started in 1875 and it was completed after 9 years despite of some delays. It was officially opened on September 27, 1884. This neo-Renaissance 19th century structure is also one of the visited tourist attractions in Budapest. The building was designed by architect Miklos. Number 5. The Danube Promenade. The Danube Promenade is a tourist spot in Budapest located at the Pest side. The location lies at the left bank of the Danube from the Chain Bridge to Elizabeth Bridge. One of the highlights are the 60 pairs of shoes made of iron set into the concrete as a tribute to Hungarian Jews who were killed by an arrow cross militiamen in 1944. The men were forced to remove their shoes before they were executed. Number 4. Fisherman's Bastion. The Fisherman's Bastion is one of the most notable tourist spots in Budapest. It was built from 1895 to 1902. The bastion was intentionally built as viewing terrace. It was designed by Frigyes Scholek with Romanesque Gothic architectural details. It offers the panoramic views overlooking at the beautiful scenery of the city. There are 7 towers being featured in this tourist spot. Each tower is representative of the Hungarian chieftains. The statue of the Hungarian King Saint Stephen is placed in the middle. During the World War II, the bastion was damaged and restored with the son of Frigyes Scholek, John Scholek. Number 3. Saint Stephen's Basilica. The neoclassical Saint Stephen Basilica is a Roman Catholic basilica and one of the most visited tourist spots in Budapest. The name of the church is being honored to King Stephen of Hungary from 975 to 1038. Saint Stephen is the patron saint of the church. It also houses the mummified holy right hand of the Saint Stephen. The church became the 6th largest church in Hungary in 1920. Presently, there are cafes that can be found within the vicinity of the basilica. It was built from 1851 to 1905. The construction was interrupted in 1868 when the dome collapsed during a storm and had to be destroyed and rebuilt from the start. The church can accommodate around 8,500 people. One of the highlights is the dome of the basilica that measures 300 feet with a neo-Renaissance design. Number 2. Buda Castle. Buda Castle is one of the interesting places to visit in Budapest, which is a place of historical castle and palace of complex of the Hungarian kings in Budapest. It was on 13th century when the first castle was built during the invasion of Mongols in Hungary. The construction of the castle was completed on 1265. The castle houses the Hungarian National Gallery and the Budapest History Museum. It is exactly located at the Castle Hill. The castle was destroyed and reconstructed several times and during World War II and was reconstructed. It was declared as part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site on 1987. Number 1. Hungarian Parliament Building. Hungarian Parliament Building is also known as Parliament of Budapest. It is an iconic structure in a Gothic and Renaissance revival style in Budapest, Hungary. It is a significant and a popular landmark that tourists love to visit in Budapest. The building was designed by Hungarian architect Imre Stendel, facing the Danube River bank. He became blind and died later before the building was completed. The construction started in 1885. It is considered as the largest building since it was opened in 1902. The construction of the building was built by 100,000 people that consist of 40 million bricks, 500,000 precious stones, and 40 kilograms of gold. The height of the dome is 96 meters high. This magnificent building is the tallest and the third largest parliament building in the whole world, next to Parliament of Romania and the National Congress of Argentina.